Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to learn how to control your breath. It's just me right now. I don't have anybody here to help me, so I'll show you one of the ways that you can practice on your own. And that starts off with just being mindful of your breath. And so what we want to do is we want to learn how to breathe properly, and there is a proper way to breathe. An average breath to inhale and then to exhale is around 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out, 4 seconds in or 4 seconds out, somewhere around there. If you're starting to feel kind of anxious, you can just look at your clock, or I guess most of us don't, or our watch. We don't really wear watches anymore, but you can look at a clock, or you can look at your phone and count. It's hard to do it in our heads though, because our counting gets off, especially if we're stressed or if we're overly calm too. Our counting can get off. And just look and see where your breath is actually at. If your breath is too is too quick, then that tells you, okay, this is something that I can address. And just if you notice it's too quick, I'm going to pretend that I have a watch on. I'll just even my breath to match what it should be. So let's say 3 seconds. And if you do that a couple of times, you'll notice that it helps you calm down. You feel better. You'll also notice that how I was just breathing. I'm not going to take a lot of time on this just because I want to keep this video brief, but when you're breathing and trying to control your breath, I don't recommend breathing through your mouth. Don't do that. You also want to avoid breathing from your chest, and most folks actually breathe from their chest. And it's a really bad habit to get into because it can induce those feelings of stress and anxiety and worry. Instead, you want to be breathing from your diaphragm. And this was really hard for me to learn personally, and so it takes some practice. In a few videos, we'll talk about maybe how you can do that. But you'll notice that I wasn't breathing through my mouth, I was breathing through my nose. And I'm using, it's called like a waterfall effect. It sounds like water. Of course, you don't want to do that if you're sitting in an office and there's a bunch of people around you. You might kind of seem weird. But the reason that you do that is it allows you to control your breath more. So just maybe try practicing that just here for a few seconds while I'm going over this, and just breathe in a few times doing that. And you just want to match your breath in terms of pacing. Once you've got the pacing down, then pay attention to where your breath is coming from. Are you raising your chest? Think about it. If you raise your chest, what's happening? Go ahead and raise your chest right now. You probably feel tension, or at least increased tension in your upper back. Well, tension is not what we're wanting. That sends another signal, right? And so we're wanting to send a positive signal that things are okay. So you don't want to breathe from your chest. So once you've matched, the pacing, then start focusing on breathing from your stomach. Just practice that a few times. It makes me feel more calm, even sitting here talking in a video, which is kind of weird for me. It helps. It makes you feel better. When you do that, you're calming these other systems down, and it helps you to be able to take control again. Also, by focusing on the breath, you focus less on the anxiety, and it helps us to calm our thoughts and our emotions down a little bit. So then we can step back and we can say, things are okay. There's nothing to be afraid of right now. Things are all right. I'm just going to relax. And that breath, by putting some focus there, helps us to do that. Now I'm gonna go to another video, and through there I'll lead you through some stuff that helps with mindfulness. And this is just used for general wellness, but it will be used for mindfulness that will go a little bit beyond just pacing and breathing from the right, from your stomach. So thanks. See you in a sec.